Now playing in limited release, this is one you're going to have to seek out at an art house theater or indie theaters or something like that, and you may have to drive a little bit like I did to see it, is from director Park Chan-wook, the man who gave us Old Boy and The Handmaiden. This is Decision to Leave from 2022. This is a Korean drama, romance, thriller, let's say. The basic idea of this film is a man is found at the bottom of a tall cliff in the mountains. He has fallen from a great height and, in the parlance of the playground, bashed his brains out. And I say depressive because the man nearly never smiles. A depressive-ish police detective is sent to investigate, just to figure out what happened, and things start pointing to maybe it's not an accident. He interviews the wife, the widow of this unfortunate mountaineer, and things start sort of not adding up. And as he investigates her further, he both feels that she is potentially more and more guilty, and he also finds that she is potentially more and more attractive. So the two sort of fall for each other, but try to keep their distance. So it is that struggle of a man who is ostensibly happily married finding somebody who lights his fire, and a woman who was perhaps in an abusive, unhappy relationship. Maybe she's happy that he's not alive. Does that mean she killed him? I'm not sure. Maybe she would be happier with this police detective. Unfortunately, he's got a wife. So it's very complicated dramatically, and it is kind of a very puzzling, fascinating crime thriller, drama, mystery, I guess I would call it. It's a long film. It's not a short film. And I wouldn't necessarily call it slow, but it is one of those films where a lot of the characters are fairly emotionless. So that kind of makes it a little bit of a slog sometimes. This, I thought it was good. I enjoyed this film, but I didn't love it. I guess I'm saying that a lot about a lot of things lately. I thought it was very well made, but to me, it felt a little too long. There were moments where you would jump to part of the issue too. So the main thrust of the movie is this high fall murder or suicide or whatever it is, death by misadventure or something like that. Most of it's that, but the main character, police detective, also has another case he's working on, and occasionally we will jump to him dealing with that case, and I was just like, wait, who's this now? What's going on? Should I have remembered something about this? There's a little bit of that back and forth, and then there is a moment where we jump forward in time after things are seemingly resolved, and we see some characters who look a little bit different, and it's a little hard for me, or it was hard for me in that moment, to remember and put together, oh, that's who that is, and to try to figure it out. A lot of people like this in a film. A lot of people are looking for a film that challenges them. A lot of people, if you complain about not understanding things in a film, might say, you just don't want to work for it. No, I don't, most of the time, actually. But it was good. It kept me thinking the whole time, and it kept me thinking and talking about the movie after it was over to try to work out verbally some of the things I didn't understand. I would say this is a very good film. You just need to have patience. You need to be okay with subtitles because it is in Korean. But as I always say, please don't let subtitles keep you from watching a movie, because you will miss some of the best films you've never seen by not being willing to go with subtitles. Sometimes when these films hit streaming, they also give you the option of dubbed or subtitled, like a disc would. A lot of Netflix will do that. If you sort of hit pause or click up or down, you can sort of really choose how you want to see or hear a film. Very good. Just be aware it's long, it's kind of slow, it's subtitled, but everything's better in the theater, I think. Everything's better in the theater because if I was watching a film that I felt was a little bit slow and a little bit long at home, I might be inclined on a less generous day to just turn it off, or to start looking at my phone, which I try not to do, or I would be distracted by something else in the room that I found more interesting. In a theater, it's you and it's the screen and hopefully no distraction, and you need to pay attention to it. So I would recommend, if you can find it in a theater, I know in the area that I am, it's really kind of only playing a couple of theaters or even one at a time like the old days where there weren't many prints to go around. From director Park Chan-wook, Decision to Leave.